When a client asks me, how can we save $1 million on software this year? I always start with this. It really begins with visibility and ownership. You can't save on what you don't fully understand or manage. The millions of dollars in savings doesn't come from one big cut throughout that year. It comes from a series of continuous data-driven decisions across your entire software portfolio. So with that right visibility and process, that accountability then in place, you can start having that compound fast into savings. If you do one thing today, I recommend starting simple. So pull your top 10 applications by spend and compare what you're paying versus what's actually being used by your team. This exercise almost always uncovers your first $100,000 to $500,000 in potential savings opportunities. And it sets that foundation for a repeatable optimization process. From there, you can then expand your top 100 apps and keep digging into the utilization. So the key question that I always ask is always the same. What are we paying for? And what are we actually using? That helps clients uncover huge wins throughout the entire year. For example, one organization had multiple Adobe contracts across several departments. By consolidating those into a single agreement with Adobe and moving to their ELA tier, that better matched the team's actual needs and saved them over $150,000 all in one motion, and it dramatically simplified their paperwork too, which is another bonus. Something that I often see teams do wrong is they try to tackle their entire portfolio at one time, which can be one, really tough to understand where exactly to hit the metrics, but two, that's a lot to tackle. That approach spreads resources really thin and also delays those results that you're wanting to see because you end up analyzing apps that don't even have a renewal coming up. So all that prep work can go stale by the time you actually need to negotiate. Instead, I recommend prioritizing apps with upcoming renewals. So engaging early, not just with the suppliers, but within your internal app owners, because the earlier you start on those renewal conversations, the more leverage you're going to have going into them. And when you reach out to the suppliers, you come in a lot stronger. So you really want to make sure that you know your contract language. Things like if there's an auto renewal clause, are there uplift terms? What are your payment timelines? So that way your first outreach can sound a little more like, hey, we'd like to remove the auto renewal language and we don't have budget for the uplift this year. But we really need to discuss our usage count right now because we identified around 20 licenses that are actually being unused. This level of preparedness tells the supplier that you understand what your contract actually says and you're not going to be caught off guard by those standard sales tactics. So again, start with that visibility, build the ownership into each application and your usage for all of them, focus where it matters, and then engage early with confidence when you're talking to the suppliers. It's not only going to help you save $1 million, but it helps you build that sustainable, repeatable process for continued software optimization.